Hey everyone, Eric Songer here with you with the What's Happening in the Chaska Middle School West Band weekly podcast for December 7th, 2018. Lots to get to today, so let's jump right in with a recap of this past week, which was amazingly jam-packed full of great activities. Starting with the beginning of our Country Bluegrass Band last Monday, a wonderful start to the season as we did a couple of really great tunes by Kelsey Ballerini and Brooks and Dunn. And wonderful musicians, and we'll be doing that every Monday now until the middle of February. And then later that same day, speaking of Kelsey Ballerini, we saw her along with many other artists at the iHeartRadio KDWB Jingle Ball at XL Energy Center in downtown St. Paul. And not only did we get to go to the concert with some of our 8th grade garage band students, but we got to go backstage and see the inner workings of XL Energy Center. And what a cool opportunity to get to see all that and be back there and see how the concert is put on, see a couple of the celebrities. It was a really, really cool deal. So a huge thank you to KDWB and just a wonderful opportunity for us to see how people are on stage and watch all sorts of things. I could go on and on. I think maybe my favorite part, though, was when we were backstage, seeing all the video screens, seeing all the instruments on the different platforms and how that's all rolled out and put into place and how the concert just kind of goes on seamlessly. It's really cool watching how all that works. So very, very cool night. The next day, we took the 7th and 8th graders on an awesome field trip to the Eden Prairie Mall, and we got a chance to play in small ensembles, Christmas carols for holiday shoppers, and also just enjoy some time there ourselves. Then Tuesday afternoon, we had a wonderful time with our first 6th grade jazz band rehearsal of the year, and again, another wonderful turnout of kids for that. And so that was cool. We'll be doing that every Tuesday now until the beginning of April. And then the last big thing of this week was we had the band that I play in, Power Tap, come out to our garage band practice just earlier today and do a mini concert for all of our students, and then also get a chance to work with our kids in rehearsal. So what a great experience for our students to, again, hear a little bit what it's like to be on stage, to perform, and talk about some stage presence, how to start and stop tunes, what happens when things fall apart, work on some technique. Just a really, really cool deal. So really, really fun time this week. And now we're into the meat of the schedule. And we have another really crazy week coming up next week with some wonderful events as well. So I'll get into that in just a minute. Just a reminder for band lessons this week, we do have the regular bonus lessons. We do have the Win 1 lesson group this week. We do not have Win 2 and Win 3 due to a late start day on Thursday, so there'll be no win times. And we're also, as far as band lessons during band go, we're going to work with students on the playing test songs this week. And we're going to encourage students to play some of those playing tests if they're ready to do them and get those checked off. So again, I'm going to go through that list of playing tests with you, and I guess I'll do that right now since we're on the topic. So 6th grade, you are doing on page 37 the concert B flat, concert F, concert E flat major scales. Those are the first 3 scales on page 37. And then if you are a woodwind or brass player, you're also going to do the chromatic scale at the bottom of the page. Percussionist, you're also going to do number 76 on the snare drum instead of that chromatic scale. And then to get and extend 6th graders, you will also you're going to do the scales, but not out of the book. You're going to go onto Google Classroom and print out or just play off of the screen the scales that are on Google Classroom listed under Extend Scales. And for percussion, to get that extends, you also have to do number 76 on the mallets in addition to snare drum. For 7th graders, the playing test is number 19, number 30, and the concert F harmonic minor scale on page 37 in your accent and achievement book. If you are a percussionist, you will play number 30 on snare drum and the other 2 on mallets. And then for 7th graders who want to get an extends rating, you will also play number 47. And then for percussion, you'll play number 47, not just on the snare, but you'll also play it on the bells. And then you'll also do number 19 on snare and number 30 on the bells. So in other words, percussionists, to get an extends, you have to do number 19 on both snare and bells, number 30 on both snare and bells, and then the concert F harmonic minor scale on bells, and then number 47 on snare drum. So that is the extends for percussion and for everybody in 7th grade. And finally, in 8th grade, your assignment is number 16, 24, and 42 in accent and achievement. For the percussion, you'll play number 24 on the snare drum and the other 2 on the bells. And for an extends, you'll need to play number 9 and number 67. 9 and 67. Percussion, you'll play one of these on snare and one on mallet. So you get to choose which one you do on which. So that is the playing test. The playing test not due till January 18th, but like I said, you will have an opportunity to start playing those next week in your lessons and also get some help on them too. If you just want to come in and say, well, I'm going to attempt these, can you just let me know, Mr. Songer, Ms. Idell, where we're at, and we'll help you with that. So that's the plan for that. Some other reminders. We also, next week, will be doing our bonus lessons as usual. I think I already mentioned that. So our guitar and piano lesson will be 6th hour on Monday. Our first year brass, first year woodwind, 6th hour on Friday. Songwriting and improv, 6th hour on Friday. And then on the late start day, we will still have the 4th hour lesson, which is the new oboe, bassoon, tuba lesson, followed by the jazz saxophone lesson. And then 6th hour, we will have the bass and the drum set lesson. So those will all still occur next week as usual. So bonus lessons are on. Another reminder for 8th graders, get those permission slips for Eau Claire, the Eau Claire trip. Get those in. We'd like those in by the end of the month, so December 21st, if you can get those in. That's the last school day before winter break. And if you need more copies, they are on the bulletin board in the band room. Let's see what else. For the concert extends, I'm going to talk about the band concert in just a second. But if you want to get an extends for the band concert and you're a 6th grader, you need to play your band songs, 5 of your band songs, and you need to play those for mom or dad and fill out the assignment on Google Classroom and turn that in by the date of the concert, which is December 11th. If you're an 8th grader, you need to do your act of kindness by Tuesday, December 11th, where you go and do something very kind for somebody who's not your friend group, other students at Middle School West. And you need to get that done by Monday, December 10th, because I'd like to post some of those for the concert so parents can see some of the cool things you did. Also then, I think, did I have another reminder? I think I'm just going to jump right into what's coming up this week, and I'm going to start with the band concert and some information on that. So first of all, let me just go through the times for each grade level, and also mention that all of these concerts are at Chaska Middle School West in the large gym. So that's where you're going to want to go. And you can, when you first get to the school, if you need to go up to the band room to get your instrument, that's cool. But then just come right on down to the large gym. So here's what's going to happen. So 6th graders, all 6th graders are going to come at 5 p.m. There was a change on that about a month and a half ago where we decided that we want all the 6th graders to come at 5, and all the 6th graders will perform at 5:30 in the large gym. But not, here's what's going to happen though. We're going to combine the 2nd hour A-Day band and the 4th hour B-Day band into one big band, and they're going to perform at 5:30. Meanwhile, the 2nd hour B-Day band, when they first get into the gym, they're going to go to the bleachers and watch the other 6th graders play. And they'll play their set, and that'll take about 15 minutes. When they're done, we'll do a little switcheroo, and then at 5:50, we will have the 2 bands switch. So the 2nd hour B-Day band will then perform, and the other 2 bands will sit in the bleachers and watch. And that will take about 15 minutes. And so everything should be done around, I'm going to guess with the transition, maybe about 6:10. So that's what the 6th graders are doing. And 6th graders for attire, you're wearing music shirts and then dark pants. So like dark jeans, black pants, leggings, something a darker color variety would be good. All right. 7th graders, you are getting to Chaska Middle School West on Tuesday, December 11th at 6:45. 6:45 is your call time, and then your concert's at 7:15 p.m., and that will go till about 7:45. And 7th graders, you are wearing red, white, and or blue, the patriotic feel, and it would be nice if you dressed up with those colors. I know I'm restricting you to 3 colors, so it might be a little hard. If you have other colors in the red, white, and blue spectrum that are in your attire, that's cool. So I'll just try to look dressy, so like a nice dress shirt, nice pair of pants, so like black pants, khakis, something like that. And then, yeah, so that'll be really cool. We're going to do our patriotic songs that we did for Veterans Day, so that's going to be a really nice concert. And then at 8 p.m. is the 8th grade band concert. So 8th graders, you want to get to West at about 7:45, and then we'll perform at 8. And that concert, I'm going to guess, is going to go till about 8:35, 8:40, somewhere in there. And eighth graders, you are wearing purple in honor of Jenna Paschke, who we're going to play a song for. So that's your attire. And again, if you can make it dressy, that would be cool. And if you have something other than purple, that's all right. As far as pants go, again, like black pants, khakis, something like a nice pair of pants would be good. So there you go. So those are the concerts. Now, we'd have some other things around the concert that we could use some help with. Number one, any students who can stay after school on Tuesday from 3:30 till about 4 would be fantastic to help us set up. So that would be a great thing. And then seventh graders, I know a lot of you are looking for service hours, so that would be a great way to get some service hours. I could use some help filming the concert. So if anybody has a younger, older sibling in one of the other concerts, it would be awesome if you wanted to say, hey, I'll film that concert for you, Mr. Songer. So just let me know if you're into that. Tech crew people, those of you on the music tech crew, if any of you are interested in doing the filming as well, or doing some video work, we have some video stuff that's going to be going on, and we're doing our program notes via barcodes, scanning. You can help parents out with that a little bit as they come in if they don't know how to do that. So let me know, tech crew people, if you're into that. And then eighth graders, since your concert is last, you are the lucky ones that get to clean up at the end. And basically, I'm just asking all eighth grade students to bring up a music stand or two, and then to percussion to bring up a couple percussion instruments. And then anyone who can lend a hand, just bringing up a couple other things would be fantastic. So that's kind of the plan. And parents of the eighth graders, if you could help put chairs back at the end too, we'd really appreciate that as well. So as far as themes for the concert, sixth graders don't really have a theme, just basically showing off your incredible improvement over last year. Seventh graders, a patriotic theme, and then eighth graders are doing a kindness and courage concert. So, and there'll be some really cool things going on in those concerts too. I have another, I'm going to say what I was just going to say for the end. So this is a loaded podcast, so sorry, I keep going and going. So if you have any questions about the concerts, let me know. songeре@district112.org. Another big event coming up this week on Wednesday, the very next day, is our talent show auditions for the CMSW talent show. So our talent show is in its 14th year, and it will be taking place this year on Friday night, January 11th in the Chaska High School auditorium at 7 p.m. And we always do our auditions about a month before. So on this Wednesday, December 12th, right after school, we're going to hold auditions. And if you are interested in auditioning, you just show up after school in the band room. I'll have you fill out a form, and then you basically get assigned an order. And if you need to go a little bit on the early side, let me know. Be honest with me. Let me know if you need to get out of there a little bit earlier. Otherwise, I would say plan on going till 6 p.m. We could go as late as 6, so just be prepared for that. That's how auditions roll. Sometimes they go a little bit late. We'll see how many people we have. We've had anywhere from 20 groups audition to up to 50 auditions. So it could be a while. Now, when you audition, you're going to prepare 1 minute, 60 seconds. You have 60 seconds to show off what you can do. And if you're singing, it would be really cool if you have a backtrack or a karaoke track, something you can sing along with. You'll have a greater chance of making it if you have that, unless you're singing something original and there's no backtrack that exists. If you have an issue finding a backtrack or need my help with it, I'd be glad to help you with that. Just see me sometime before 3:30 on Wednesday. Don't wait till 3:30 on Wednesday when people start showing up. I could still possibly do it, but it would just be easier for me to find one that's in your range and the right style and sound that you really like if you come in and see me a little earlier. Now, some other popular audition talents in addition to singing include playing an instrument, playing in a band, dancing, gymnastics, martial arts, comedy, magic, other visual arts, DJing. Those are some of the things we've seen a lot of in the past. So, and there's other things too. It's not limited to those, but those are some things we've seen a lot of. When you're waiting for your audition, you'll have some time just to chill in the choir room and prepare. When you come in, you'll come in and perform your audition for me and some eighth graders. And when you're done with your audition, you can leave. So whenever that is, you can leave. If you need more room for your audition than the band room, we'll also have the gym available to us, and Mrs. Ulrich will be helping with those auditions. So if you're doing a dance audition, gymnastics, martial arts, and need some more room, you can do those auditions down in the gym. And please provide any props that you need. So for example, if you're doing gymnastics, you're going to need to provide your mats. If you're doing some dance routine that requires props or martial arts, and you have something that you need to go along with your routine, please bring that with you. Don't just assume I'm going to have that. If you need an amp or something like that, you can always contact me beforehand. I am going to have amps and microphones and some of the basic sound equipment, but just to make sure, if there's something you're like, hey, Mr. Songer, do you have a drum set? Just ask me, just to make sure, so you're not like getting there and then realizing I don't have something you need. So all right, so those are talent show auditions. I guess, a couple more things on that. I'll have the results posted by the following Monday, December 17th, maybe sooner, we'll see. And if you can't make that audition time, I am able to see you at other times this week. Again, you just got to let me know, give me a heads up, and we'll see if we can fit that in. But I do have some flexibility this week to squeeze in some other auditions if Wednesday after school does not work for you, so just let me know. All right, there's one more event coming up this next week, and that is on Sunday, December 16th, and that is our Rockin' the Suburbs event featuring our garage bands, and that is taking place at Pym Arts High School. I believe the address, I think I have it on the top of my head, is 7255 Flying Cloud Drive in Eden Prairie. Pym Arts High School has a kind of a progressive arts program that deals with theater, music, visual arts, dance, and so kids who really want to study those in addition to their core subjects can attend Pym Arts High School, and they have a program much like ours with rock bands and pop groups and jazz groups, and so we like to collaborate and do this concert together. It also involves some of their theater students doing some really fun stuff, and it all benefits Toys for Tots. You can bring a toy in, a brand new toy, to donate to the Toys for Tots program if you so choose. There is no admission to the concert. It's free. It is at 2 p.m. on Sunday, December 16th at Pym Arts High School. Probably will go till about 4 or 4:15. It'll feature our 3 middle school garage bands, our 3 high school garage bands, and 1 or 2 of the Pym Arts High School groups. So a lot of great rock music and maybe some assorted jazz or blues or some other styles in there too. And then some great theater work as well. Some of the theater students from Pym Arts High School are hosting the show, and they do some fantastic stuff in the transitions between bands. So really fun concert. Now, if you're a garage band member, you should be at Pym Arts High School that Sunday morning, December 16th at 11:30 a.m. And we'll start sound checking at 12, and we'll sound check from about 12 to 1. We'll have a little break where we can watch the high school kids sound check, and then the performance is at 2, and the middle school bands will go first. All 3 garage bands will do 2 of their songs between 2 and about 2:45. There'll be an intermission, and then the high school bands will go. And we do expect the middle school kids to please stick around and watch the high school groups, unless you just absolutely have to go to another event. But if it's between staying at the concert and just chilling at home, we'd love to have you stay and support the high school kids. Not to mention the middle school kids can really learn a lot from the high school kids and enjoy them a lot too, because some of them know some of those kids from being in the bands with them the last couple years. So we're really looking forward to that. We're going to have some music, some covers of songs by, who are we all going to do for this concert? So some covers of songs. So I'm blanking right now, which is terrible. The group Fun, the group Snow Patrol, some Ozzy Osbourne. We're going to have a little bit of Survivor. I'm not going to give it all away, but that's some of it that's going to be coming up on that date. Rockin' the Suburbs. It's, gosh, how long have we been doing this concert? 5 years? It started as Chaska Rocks Toys for Tots, and then we moved it over to Eden Prairie, and this is the 2nd year we've been doing Rockin' the Suburbs. So, all right, cool. Wow. So much stuff going on. It's so cool. I love teaching in this program. After school this week, let me breeze through some of this other stuff, and then I have a really important announcement at the end. Country Bluegrass Band is Monday after school this week. There is no 6th grade jazz band on Tuesday this week due to the concert. Rhythm section will meet on Wednesday before school this week due to the late start. 7th and 8th grade jazz band will be on Thursday, and Ms. Zidell will be back teaching that with me, which will be great. garage band rehearsal on Friday, and Chris and Mr. Prescott will be back on Friday to work with the bands, getting us ready for Rock in the Suburbs. The DJ schedule. We have a brand new DJ schedule, and let me pull that up here on my screen. I know you're not going to be able to see this. I should project it for you to see it, but DJ Gordy is still DJing on Tuesdays, and DJ Jack is still on Thursdays. We're going to add DJ Addie at sixth grade lunch. She's brand new to our DJ program. And then DJ Reagan, also brand new to our program. He'll be doing sixth grade lunch on Fridays. Jeannie, brand new to our program, will be doing eighth grade lunch on Fridays. And then we'll still have Casey doing DJing on Friday morning, and then Friday during seventh grade lunch. So those are our DJs right now. And we're really excited to be getting a new DJ controller and some new tunes and possibly some lighting here in the next couple weeks. So that'll be new to our program. So excited about that. I already mentioned the win time schedule a little bit. We do have win 1 on Wednesday with MZPKE, Double Trouble, Destiny's 5, and Aaron and the Girls. The other 2 win times, unfortunately, will not meet. Also, looking ahead, we have one other event in December before everything wraps up for winter break, and that is the 6th graders going caroling down the hallways on Monday and Tuesday, December 17th and 18th during 5th, 6th, or 7th hour. And we'll be throwing out that schedule to the kids next week so they know when to come and do their caroling down the hallways. That's always fun. Special announcement, many of you know Mrs. Ford is very sick with her cancer, and she is in hospice right now and over in St. Paul. Mrs. Ford has taught at Chaska Middle School West and East for 21 years. I've been here for 22, so I've worked with her very closely for 21 years, and just a wonderful, wonderful person. And she has impacted the lives of hundreds of students the last 2 decades, and she's impacted my life greatly. And so it's just very sad and heartbreaking what's going on with my colleague, Mrs. Ford. We are doing 2, I shouldn't say we, but there are 2 special events coming up that I want to make you aware of. First of all, on Wednesday morning, December 19th, the staff at East, West, and Pioneer Ridge, in lieu of our staff meeting, are doing a 5K walk/run in the Dome over by East and West. And we are inviting any student that wants to, any of the band students at our school, to come and actually play Christmas carols as we're doing the walk/run. And we're going to play out of the Christmas books that we've been playing out of the last month or so. And so any grade level can come and do that music. We'll have music stands. All the kids need to do is provide their instruments and come on over to the Dome. And we'll be starting at 7:30 in the morning. You don't have to be there right at 7:30. You can get there when you get there. We'll probably be going until about 8:15. And so we'd love to have a lot of kids come out and play Christmas music. And we're inviting kids from East as well to come on out and do that. So that'll be on Wednesday morning, December 19th. So any kids who'd like to do that. And then another event is on Thursday, December 20th. At 6:30 p.m. at Chaska High School. There's a band by the name of Distant Edge, which are some former students of mine who are now seniors at Chaska High School and Chanhassen High School. And they're just wonderful kids. And they formed this band, Distant Edge, actually in 8th grade. And they've been playing ever since. And so they've been going for about 4 years now. And they're awesome. They write their own music. They also do some covers. They've done recordings. They've done a lot of live performances around the Twin Cities. They've won contests, and they couldn't be nicer guys. And they've organized this fundraiser for Mrs. Ford and her family on, like I said, Thursday, December 20th at 6:30 p.m. They're going to be playing, and there'll be some other student groups playing as well from the high schools, all students who had Mrs. Ford as a teacher. And you may come to this event. It's free and open to the public. But there will be a donation possible at the door where you can write out checks directly to the Ford family to help them with medical expenses, to help them with expenses that will be coming up here in the future, to help them buy Christmas gifts, birthday gifts, meals, all that kind of stuff. And we'd ask not for anything else other than just a check or some cash if you are willing to donate that in whatever amount that you so choose. So that will be a wonderful benefit concert in her name. So if you have any questions about that, let me know, and I'd be glad to give you more information. All right. Just a few other things to wrap up here on this extremely long podcast. And this is how things are in December when there's so much going on. We have one, two, three, eight students who have been nominated for the regional state honor band at Mankato. We are in the South Central region of what's called MBDA, the Minnesota Band Directors Association. And in addition to the state offering a state honor band, which we had 4 kids audition for, I can also nominate some of our hardest working students. And we have 8 students who have been nominated this year. Sabrina Olson on French horn, Anna Holk on oboe, Max Bryan on bassoon, Hope Greer on clarinet, Audrey Armstrong on clarinet, Abby Owusu on bass clarinet, Keegan Cummings on baritone saxophone, and Jennifer Mang on flute. And they've all been nominated for the Regional Honor Band, which will be taking place at Mankato West High School on Saturday, February 23rd. And we will find out who is selected out of that group probably right around the beginning of January, like right when we get back from break. So congratulations to those kids for being nominated. I also did this last week where I want to give out a huge shout out to the District 112 Foundation for giving us a grant for our music program. And we are going to be getting probably maybe this next week a lot of great gear that we'll be able to put to use here very soon. Some of the highlights from that grant are a instrument called a seaboard. And if you haven't heard of what that is, which I'm guessing a lot of you haven't, go do a YouTube search for it. It's called a seaboard, Seaboard. Really cool instrument that we'll be putting to use very soon. Another thing that you may not be familiar with is called a launch pad. So check that out too on YouTube, and you can see what launch pads do. Very cool things. We're also going to get some microphones and cables and mic stands and guitar stands and drum cases and guitar cases. Maybe not as exciting as those first 2 things, but things that we really need to keep our program going with the things that we do. We're also getting a new DJ controller, which I mentioned earlier, which is super cool. A new drum set thrown. So it's really, really neat, and I really appreciate the District 112 Foundation for funding that grant. As far as getting more information, you can follow me on Twitter at CMSW Band or at Songer Studio. Google Classroom has a lot of information, including all the playing test stuff and the extends for the concerts and other information, lesson schedules on there as well. You can get texts from me about lessons and upcoming things by just sending the message at symbol 18band6 or at 18band7 or at 18band8 to the number 81010. You're on my website, or no, sorry, you're on my YouTube channel, Mr. Songer's channel, so you can get more information here on Mr. Songer's channel. And then the website, you can go to the district112.org website and go to CMSW and find stuff there as well. So, all right. Hey, thanks so much for watching. A lot of information here. Really looking forward to our concert, our first winter band concert, first band concert this year on Tuesday, December 11th. Again, 6th grade performing at 5:30. Be here at 5. 7th graders performing at 7:15, be at West at 6:45. 8th graders performing at 8, be at West at 7:45. And good luck to all those who are going to audition for the talent show. And again, come on out to Rock in the Suburbs on Sunday, December 16th, and maybe come out to one of those events supporting Mrs. Ford. So, all right, we will talk to you soon. Have a great one. I appreciate all of you. And remember the theme for December, everybody. Step up.